Hello, Sunbeams. Welcome to Sunshine Realms. My name is Sunshine, and I am here to do the collective timeless reading for whenever you find this reading, whenever it came up on your timeline, if it called your name. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the sacred space with me and sharing this healing space with me. I am going to pull some cards so that we can get some general energies and find out where we are in the collective. What are we dealing with? What's going on? What are our challenges? And my heart goes out to everyone who's on this planet right now. We have a lot of planets that are retrograde, and it's impacting our heart space and what we love and what we strive to do and what we want to put our energy into. This energy is very difficult. It's asking us to do things that we might not have planned to do or wanted to do or were ready to do, and Spirit is like pushing us and pushing us. Having to also deal with the lunar eclipse too. I just feel like everyone is going to be impacted. No one is excluded from the energy. And when we hit the month of April, when the month of April comes on, after that first week when Venus goes direct and we start to move out of Mercury retrograde, I just feel like there's a momentum. I've been talking about this momentum for weeks, and I'm interested to find out like where we're gonna go, what's gonna change. There's gonna be significant changes, and just lean into it. Just be in the energy of welcoming and being the type of individual that is okay with change. The easier you allow change to happen, the faster the energy will pick up for you. It's the resistance that causes us to move a little bit slower, and we're supposed to be moving slower, but we're also supposed to be listening and taking care of ourselves and drawing our energy inwards, and just being able to let go of things that are not really serving our highest good. If it's not serving your highest good, be okay with saying, you know what, that's not what's best for me. So I am shuffling cards at the same time, so we'll get into it. I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers because I get a lot of feedback from my subscribers, and those that connect with my messages are always giving me like insights on how to integrate my messages even more, because I'm an intuitive reader and I don't pre-pull cards. I might pre-shuffle, but I don't pre-pull. And the reason why I don't do that is because I like to get the messages out organically. This is my healing space as well, so whatever is coming up in the collective is also impacting me. I don't exclude myself, so I am often surprised by some of the messages, and I'm asked to integrate, and I'm asked to intuit, and I'm asked to teach, and I'm asked to also listen and take heed to whatever comes out. So let's get into the Untamed Spirit Animal Oracle for the overall energy of the reading. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing us to be in this healing and this sacred space. Horse, journey and ambition. If you see at the bottom where it says journey and ambition, I think that this is fitting for what we're revving up to do for Aries season. Once we get out of all of these planetary shifts, that's going to hugely impact this planet and everyone who's here now, who's being challenged by their emotional spaces and the things that make us feel the way we do. Lean into how you feel and be willing to gain momentum and go in a new direction. If you're not willing to gain momentum and put fire behind what you are working on, or back yourself, pat yourself on the back, celebrate yourself, and be open to shifting out of one narrative and into a new one, because if you get stuck in this, and at this time where the planet is, if you get stuck here, you're going to be here for a while. So think about where you are in your life. Are you willing to stay there for a long time? If you're not willing to stay there for a long time, start making those incremental changes, which is what I brought up in the last reading or the one before that. Start making incremental changes. You don't have to just shift out of something. You can gradually shift out of something and do it with intention and focus and grace, and do it with a grateful heart. That will allow you to move so much smoother, whatever you are working on. You get the spiritual backing when you can move with intent. It's very important that the collective understands that every step that we are taking towards elevating our higher consciousness and becoming better versions of ourselves, we're doing it on purpose, or we're not doing it at all. Amen. Elephant, community, and perseverance. So this lets me know that as we're moving forward, as we're on our journey, and as we are gaining momentum and gaining the clarity and the ambition to move forward, how can you tap into your community? This is a community. This is my community. How can we tap into each other's talents, each other's creativity, each other's minds, each other's experiences in life? How can we utilize everyone around us to help us to move forward, push forward, or just elevate in general? Sometimes we don't have the resources and we have to rely on the people that are in our lives. And that's very important during this time. If you don't have the tools, ask someone who you think does, or surround yourself around leaders and influencers and creatives and artists and just beautiful people that portray and exude the energy that you are looking for. And if you don't have those people around you, don't be afraid to go ask. Don't be afraid to do something different. Don't be afraid to join those communities. It's just a push of a button nowadays. All you have to do is look for it. All you have to do is apply yourself so that you can step out the door and you can step into a new paradigm just because you said, I need to expand. I need to grow. I need to elevate. I need to establish a better and higher system, routine, or whatever it is that is in your daily routine. This is the elevation of that, or the developing habits of new routines. And that's how you move into a new paradigm shift. So Spirit is asking us to take a better look at what we're doing each and every day. Are we going towards our ambitions, or are we staying in something that is not serving us? So even if we're moving slowly, we will eventually reach our destination because it's already there. So if you can see it, then believe that it's yours. Believe that it's within reach. And if you can't see it, draw a picture of it. Visualize it. Put your hands on it. Create a mood board or a vision board. So if you are not building the community, be the community. Be something to yourself that you need in order to grow and expand. Start there. Start with you. That's always the perfect place to begin a journey. Spirit will always show you, or in some kind of way, you will find out which direction to go in. If you ask the right questions, even if you write it down, ask, inquire, be curious, and that will get you closer to the subtle signs that only come from the divine. Let's see what else we have, Spirit. Thank you. And when I say my heart goes out to everyone in this energy, my heart goes out to everyone in this energy, because everyone is facing something difficult. We're not just living, we are living on purpose, and it takes a lot of strength and guts and tenacity to want to do this work. Ace of Cups, which is Ace of Emotions in this deck. So there's an emotion within us that is driving us, pushing us to come up for air, pushing us up. I get the image of coming up out of the deep sea, or the deep emotional place that we've been in that's kept us sort of like, I'm getting the image of the moon, kept us in like this moon-like state, this repressed state, and this state of not being able to open our mouths because we've been underwater for so long and we've been afraid to take a breath. So Spirit is pushing us up and out of that emotional state so that we can take a gasp for air and find some sort of substance within that air. There's going to be something valuable there for us once we take that pointed, purposeful action towards breathing. Because when you come out of water, when you dive deeply into an emotional state, and then you find that that emotional state is not giving you light, it's dark, or it's heavy, or it's not reciprocal, we're going to seek oxygen. We're going to seek the act of rising up. We're going to seek higher ground. It doesn't matter how far the depths of our darkness goes. We're going to always seek some sort of elevation. And when you get to that point, choose to rise. Because if you don't do that, you're going to stay in this unknown place. And who wants to live there? I don't. I know the collective does not want to do that. And Spirit is asking us to step out with the Queen of Wands. Step out. Hold space for where you'd like to be. Hold space for a higher version of yourself. Hold space for the light that's within you. Whatever is driving your creativity, whatever is driving your sense of self, and I mean your sense of self. How you feel when you are bare, or when it's just you. If you don't feel like this, then get to that place. Create inspiration around you where you feel as if you are on fire and reaching a place where you feel better. Find something that brings you happiness. Find something that isn't toxic, that's going to bring you into a space where you feel like you are caring for yourself and you are nurturing your elevation and you are nurturing aspects about yourself and your journey that is going to take you farther, higher, more elevated. Create the community that you'd like to be a part of. I can suggest a lot of things that have helped me on my journey. I have several healing modalities that have been very helpful to me over the years, depending on what the challenge is. So feel free to ask the question in the comments. So let's see what's influencing it since it came out. The Three of Swords. Like I said, if you're struggling with this energy right now, you are not alone. Baby, you are in this with everyone else, into the thick of it. We're all in this. We're all being challenged by some aspect. No one is exempt from eclipses and retrogrades and planetary shifts. I guarantee you it's going to be something in your life that is off balance. So your tears, your prayers, your desires for change are being heard. Keep praying, keep asking, keep being curious, and keep putting in work by your daily routines, because if there's something that you are working on, if there is a goal that you have in mind, you are not alone. Keep going. This Three of Swords is indicating that you would like to put your energy into something, or you would like to create change right now, or you'd like to create it quickly. And Spirit is saying, I have a better and a higher plan for you. All I need you to do is listen. That's it. Take heed. Strength card. I love this because the Three of Swords followed by the Strength card lets me know that this is temporary. A temporary cry for help that's going to lead to great strength to stand firm in who you are, stand up for who you are, stand in who you are, stand in the place that you need to be in for you to push forward. Because if you don't have this type of strength, you won't make it through these planetary shifts. This energy is designed to purge. And I mean purge emotions, This energy that we're in right now is designed to make you cry, to make you release, to make you feel, to make you see things about yourself that you never even imagined. And that is positive and negative, both sides. It's designed for you to take a look at your shadow side, what you put in the closet, what you're hiding in the attic, what's under your bed, what's in the storage unit, what's hiding in the car, what's in the closet, wherever it is that you put it. Spirit is going to make you look at it. And it might be painful, or it could bring out the beast in you and bring out the most powerful part of you that you didn't even know existed. The beautiful part of you, the glowing part of you, the regal part of you, the part of you that has yet to be seen, because you have yet to stand tall and shed whatever it is that's holding you back and making you feel small and making you feel like you're all alone when you're not. When the planets start to speak, if you're not acting accordingly, you're going to lose the lesson and be stuck in this place trying to get out of it when the momentum has already picked up and left you behind. So move your feet. And if you need inspiration, there's a reading about a few weeks back. Go back into the videos on my channel and it says move your feet. So this energy has been here for a while. Take heed, because there's always something that you can learn. There's always something that you can use within your life to transmute pain into power. That's also another reading on the channel that I channeled and talked about a few weeks back. So go back into my videos if you need inspiration. I'm your cosmic homegirl. I'm going to talk to you the way that I talk to myself. The whole purpose of being on this planet right now is to learn. So if you're just sitting and not moving and not changing and not shifting and not growing and not elevating, then you're not here learning your lessons as a human. You don't want to take that with you, do you? I know I don't. Let's see what's on the bottom. The Fool card. Like I said, you don't want to take that with you. You don't get here unless you've done some work. You don't get to start all over. You don't get to step into something that's brand new. You don't get into this elevation energy if you haven't done some type of work. Let's find out with the Kipper cards. What is it that we are pushing through? Because Spirit is definitely pushing us through a narrative, a very important transition in our lives. And we must welcome it and embrace it with gratitude. Wealthy man, higher version of yourself. That's the 13 card, which is also Scorpionic. Death and transformation, rebirth. Take heed, because April 7th is when Venus goes direct, and April 12th is when Mars comes out of retrograde. Although there's a shadow period, we know. And in Aries season, something is shifting, and it has to do with resources. It has to do with personal wealth, self-worth, things that make you feel good. And on top of whatever it is that you're working on, if this is the way you want to feel, get to work. Start establishing those routines. It's going to take some time, but you'll start to feel a difference around that time when the planets start to shift again, the first and second week of April. That's when you'll start to feel it. Or it could be April 13th, considering this is a 13 card. So consider that. Consider that specific date as a very good indicator of change with this Fool card, a shift. You can feel it. It's going to be a feeling of change. Use the resources that you have in order to make it through this time frame. All right, Spirit, thank you. Two of Pentacles. We're not there yet. Not there yet. Not there yet. Feeling a little bit off track. Emotionally, you might be a little bit topsy-turvy because you're at a point where you need to change, and Spirit will do that to you. Spirit will present you with different obstacles that pull your heart in different ways, because you're being asked to get centered, get stronger within yourself, to stand up. for yourself, for what you want, for what your needs are. You know, you don't get here without going through a little bit of pain. So see it as growing pains. Growing pains. Growing pains. Let's see what else. Ooh, Queen of Wands with the Queen of Cups. The growing pains of the heart space, of the things that you love to do, want to put your time, talent, energy, sacredness into, the things that you want to pour into. This is where the challenge is coming from. It's like you're being challenged by wanting to be in one place, but sitting in one place and having to do the work to get from A to B. It's causing a pain point where you feel like it might take a little bit longer, or it might be like too much to handle. I feel like there's a weight here with the Three of Swords. What is that about, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles. This came out last week too. Why are Pentacles the weight? You feel like the weight of the world is on you with those Pentacles. You might have a lot of burden on you when it comes to finances, challenges, bills, distant horizons, wanting to put all of your energy somewhere so that you can either get out of a situation or start a new situation. There's a release here that someone's being challenged with. It's like they're trying to get all the resources together so that they can pull up that anchor and go somewhere else, and they're not being able to do that. The Spirit is saying you need to build the resources within yourself. You need to build the resources within your own community. You need to build your own house up. Build your vessel up. I haven't released that message yet, but I will. But I got that a few days ago. So you need to build your vessel up, because there's something that you are currently in that's weighing you down in some kind of way. It has to do with resources, but it also has to do with emotional resources. There might be a deficit in where you are. Like you feel like you're not in the right place. You feel like you're in the wrong place, or you feel like wherever you are, it's not the right place and it's depleting you. Like to be in the Three of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, in the distant horizons is like saying, I'm not in the right place. I need to go somewhere else. I need to pull up from where I am, or unhook myself from where I am and go somewhere else. I've been in this energy before, and it's going to keep nagging at you, but from experience, do the work, because Spirit is not allowing you to actually release for a reason. There's work to be done. It's like Spirit is saying, if you want to get here, then you have to have a strong vessel. You don't get here into this death, rebirth, in this wealthy man energy without building the vessel, without building the character within you that can hold the weight of what this represents for you. You know what it represents for you. So whatever that is, whatever your dream is, whatever it is you want to put your energy into, whatever that timeline, because there's time indicated here. So whatever that timeline is for you, give yourself the time to build you, for you to get stronger, so that when you do go on that destined path with the Fool here, you're not doing it in haste. You're doing it with Spirit support. That's where you want to get. Don't cheat yourself and not ask for Spirit's help, because wherever you are going, you have to have that spiritual backing. Your intentions have to be 100% going in that direction, or you're not going to get it regardless. What's the Strength card, Spirit? We have our eyes set on something. That Spirit is telling us to do some more work. Ooh, Lovers. Lovers with the Strength card lets me know that we are gasping for air and we are feeling weighted down. The collective is feeling like they're losing oxygen, or losing time, or losing resources being where they are. And Spirit is saying, but what are you doing to rebuild the vessel so that when this is granted to you, it's granted to a healthy vessel, a healthy person, a healthy individual. And it's granted to somewhere or someone who can handle the seeds and sow them properly and nurture them properly and grow them properly. If you're not doing that while you're going through this uncomfortable place, then you won't be able to handle it anyway. You think it's heavy now to be where you are, being anchored where you are, but really Spirit is testing your character by you having to show up, show how strong you are, how dedicated you are, and how much discipline you have in order to make it from A to B. Most people just want to go to B or C or Z, but they don't want to do the work. If you are not surrounded by a community that's actually telling you that, then I suggest you find a new community, because it's causing you to stay stagnant. So there's that. So part of this time frame with the eclipse season is, what are we getting rid of? What are we letting go of? What are we unhooking from us so that we can travel lightly? And when we show up, guns blazing, in the new paradigm, pat yourself on the back. It's going to take a lot of strength. What can we take with us, Spirit? What's the insight? What is the medicine for us to walk through these next few weeks? It ain't going to be easy. 6 of Swords. They're right there with you. I told you, Spirit is pushing you. If that ain't a push, I don't even know what is. But you're doing it beautifully. You're doing it from a place of inner knowing and gratitude and peace and respect for yourself, for your journey, and for everything that you have coming once you make it to point B or C or Z, because you're willing to walk, not fly, walk. Last week's reading, if you need instructions on how to do that, check the list. So if this isn't your timeline, if this isn't your energy, then send it to someone who you know needs this message, because we're all trying to create art in our own lives, and it takes one stroke at a time. You don't get anywhere unless you are willing to start somewhere. Keep that in mind. That is the medicine. Be okay with where you are so that you can be ready for where you're going and come out upright. Amen. Can't make it up. Change and despair. So this is very significant. This is where we need to leave behind. This is where we need to start. For some of us, we're starting the journey. How are you gaining momentum to move out of this space? How are you gaining momentum to change the energy you're in? It doesn't matter what the despair is. Despair is an emotion, and it's universal. I know people that work on Wall Street, and if they have a bad day and they're down, this is how they feel, because they lost a lot. Every single person on this planet has lost something. You can change your circumstances, and Spirit is giving you a push to do just that. Listen to your guiding light. Follow your guiding light, and allow your emotions to just come out. Because if you keep stifling them, or if you keep putting them in the place where they're hidden, you'll never be able to come up for air. You'll never even know that there is air up there. You'll never even know that there is light up there. Because when you're drowning, what's the one thing that you are praying for? Air. So follow your inner light. It will always guide you. It will always show you the way. And if you have anything that's weighing you down, work on chipping that away, bit by bit by bit, so that when it's released, you can actually step into a place where you feel like you're being supported and welcomed into the new paradigm. So I hope that this message has been helpful to you, and that it brought a little nugget into your life so that you can walk through this season with kindness in your heart towards yourself, so that you can stand taller, firmer, stronger, more resilient, whatever it takes for you to get through the energy. And if you've liked the content, please feel free to let me know by hitting the little heart button. That would be great. I appreciate you. Have a great day.